Creator of this magical magnificence, there is enough to be thankful for to fill every minute of every day of our lives. And yet there are those who work to take away that for which we are grateful, even life itself. It's the conundrum that we must face. We love our lives and every God-given freedom and expression, yet we must at times be willing to risk those very freedoms to preserve them. Life is precious. This is the gratitude. It is about survival, but not for self alone, but for the whole of humanity. Our very existence requires our freedoms, our God-given, unalienable rights. It is this that we know. It is this that is our joy, our love. It is the one true expression of God. And so it is.
Hello, my name's Ron Vroman, and I need to introduce myself exactly correct, because when I presented myself in a special appearance as a third-party intervener in Cortland Geyer's courtroom, I never entered I never crossed the bar. I was a spectator, third-party intervener. However, I wound up in jail, and that was something. Before I get all involved, this is my badge. I had to get that off of me before they hauled me away in cuffs. And I'm still looking for a deputy. We have 10 deputies. We're short one. I want you to see if you see the connection. I am a court clerk for an Article 3, one Supreme Court claiming original jurisdiction. That is a specific court. It's a court in law and equity. We read how to do that, and we did it, and we qualify as that. Article 3, one Supreme Court. There are many one Supreme Courts. They are wherever they are needed, as near to the place where the action happened as you can bring the court. And then it is one Supreme Court in original jurisdiction, right there doing the work. That is what we're supposed to have. And that wasn't good enough. That had to be amended with in suits in common law. They're specifying now, not just law and equity of Article 3, but in suits in common law. And common law covers everything, including criminal. That's what they had before they invented what we have now. That's what we're supposed to have. It's jure. I digress. Excuse me. So that's the court that I'm a clerk with. A court is 3 tribunals and a clerk. That makes a court. And a court judges the law, not a judge. A court judges the law. And in Amendment 7, we have a jury that decides the facts. So court figures it out to the best that they can do it, and they give it to the jury, and the jury makes that decision. They can make that decision in law, where they were assigned, or they can take it out of law and move to equity, if that's what it takes to provide remedy. We're here to fix it best we can. Remedy. That's what an Article 3, 1 Supreme Court claiming original jurisdiction, Amendment 7. That's who we are. And that court, and I think there was several spectators with us, went to Guyer's courtroom, and I was removed from his courtroom and stuck in jail for 5 days. It was amazing. Now, see if you think there might be some kind of a message being sent here. I was marched down the hall and into an elevator and down, and a great big man, huge, he said to me, "I'm so glad to have you in custody." And he smiled like he genuinely felt that way. And they stuck me in a little room, cement box, 4'6" square or something. It was ridiculous. So you do the best you can. And I started there, and it got progressively different. But after a short while, I was moved to a vehicle, and the vehicle took me out to the country, and they have the jail there in another court. And they put me into the jail and processed me. And eventually I get marched down to the, what did they call it? They had an area, the day room, where all the cells open onto. And they open the door, and there's a guy standing there with earbuds and an electronic, what do they call them? Oh, yeah. Well, I love when memory just gone. That word no longer appears in my vocabulary. So he's got this electronic device, and I'm presented with, it's like magic. Oh, boy. They shouldn't be able to do that. They just shouldn't. I know they can. They did it. And for whatever reasons, they really shouldn't do that. They shouldn't stick an old man in the cell with an obvious gangbanger and expect a good outcome. Why would they do that? I think they expected a bad outcome. I'm delighted that it didn't happen. It was a wondrous event to me. It was just absolutely incredible to go through that experience. Who would have thunk it, man? Who? In any case, in the entire jail, that's what they decided. That guy must have done something bad for them to sick me on him. Oh, God. Uh, or do you think they were upset with me? Hard to figure out. Anyhow, we need to be up to date on Washington County. Got a lot going on there. We need to be up to date on Yamhill County. We got a lot going on there. Lane County and Marion County. So, briefly, on Washington County, Ronald, we don't know exactly where he is in his process. All the paperwork's in. I don't know which way Washington County's going to jump, or if they're going to, or just dismiss, or just harass until you're sick and broke and then leave you alone. Oh, boy. Yeah, so we don't know where Ronald is in his process. And Thomas is on Tigard, and that is not good. There are several of us that need to make an appearance in Tigard and do the paperwork for risk management for the actions of the folks representing the Tigard municipality. That's Washington County. Then we also have a quiet title going on in Washington County, and that's really heating up. It's looking like Yahoo. This is really exciting stuff. We need to figure out, Oregon is a common law state, and we need to figure out how to do civilian arrest. The civilian arrest process goes with a civilian common law court of record. We are not the constitutional government. We are a provisional governance until somebody can get it together to do the job correctly. And correctly is all written down. All you have to do is qualify and do it without cheating, lying. So on Washington County, we have a probate court that can't provide their bona fides. We have trial court administrator that claims that he has a common law original amendments, no, Article 7, all caps, from the Oregon Constitution. He has that court, but he has no credentials for it. And I don't see how he can get credentials for it. Everybody in the voters base for Washington County has to agree to be a U.S. citizen. And if you're a U.S. citizen, you are obviously not an Oregonian. You're not a member of our people's group, where men and women are. not the all cap version of our name, not that. We are where all of us, the general public, are. So that jurisdiction is not the same jurisdiction as the district attorney is functioning under. He's functioning under a de facto jurisdiction. Now, if you come into their de facto jurisdiction, they're liable to hit you with their sticks. They will surely x-ray you or whatever and pat you down. They're not nice in the corporate section of the de facto government to folks that realize that we are men and women. So we have that to deal with on Washington County for several different people. And we have to learn how to do that as civilians, not military, not affiliated with that. We're civilians. The jure, Article 3, court, that bunch from the constitutions. Article 7, that bunch from the constitutions. We are not your state of Oregon, aka all cap state of Oregon, Salem oligarchy with phony oaths and no honor. That's not who we are. So that group is in a bit of a scuffle now. They got physical and they decided that they could penalize a man in that same court that decided that they could put me in jail for 5 days. That bunch. Yeah, I know where they are. Yeah. So anyhow, that's Marion County. We have a lot going on in Marion County. A lot going on in Washington County. Got some stuff going on in Lane County too. A lot of stuff going on in Lane County. All of this is just a drain. And they have no authority. But they have the ability. Be careful, don't get hit with the stick. So then Yamhill has to be taken care of also. Over in Yamhill, boy, I would really love to see Sam sit down, straight, honest talk, 6, 8, 10 of us, however many he's comfortable with. We need to have 4, 3 tribunals and a clerk. And we need to agree what an oath is actually to, not to some vague something somewhere, but actual documents, physical, in place that we're looking at, that we all agree this is a facsimile of what we're holding. And move on from there with honor. Simple to me. You know, the laws of nature and nature's God, it's not hard. So we got that in Yamhill. And Sam's got to get it done. Or The Yamhill Commission has to do their job. Makes it hard on everybody. But if they don't do their job in the right, smart manner, then we're going to have to do our job with them. Can't have it. Can't have any slackers. We're all going to have to do the right thing, the right time, all the time, do it with honor, and we're not going to screw around anymore. It's not hard. It's all written down. No opinions needed. We know right from wrong. Anyhow, that's Yamhill. And it's Lane. And it's Marion. We need to stop going to more counties. That's what we need to do. It's not a very good solution. I yield.
My name is Gary Dean of the Family Derby. We are asking, where are our sheriffs? For the last several months, we have posted and made available what we worked on as a proper oath for the persons in our government. Sheriffs are our first effort at our insisting on a proper oath. For it is the sheriffs who are here in their county position to protect and defend the people. Protect from what, you may say? From ticketing or sending people to the illegitimate amended Article 7 courts that should not be. From governance overreach and taxation, that they should assist seniors in the prevention of their eviction from their loss of equity, their forever home, and all that they possess. Our Article 3, Amendment 7 Civilian Common Law Court of Record has made numerous visits and relentless communications to our county sheriffs on Oregon to offer a remedy from victimization of the people. How? You might ask. It's like a shift in the mind. It is the recognition of one's allegiance to life and that which is God-given, rather than criminalizing living God-made beings for a dead corporate entity. Our sheriffs are our first protection against governance overreach. The significance of elected government officials taking a proper oath to the original jurisdiction Constitution, SIRA 1859, is a tremendous recognition. The oath, then, is a promise to our God self, to our Creator, God, and to people, not persons. Such a dejuration, taking a solemn oath, is needed for there to be remedy in our authoritative system of governance. Once a sheriff can make the shift, they can see themselves among the people rather than among the corporate entity meant to enforce our compliance to the bidding of the state. This cognition promises to be a release of tension, greater freedom, and cooperation. Let it be so.
They do not want to let go of this. They do not intend on losing here. And we do not intend giving it back to them.
And then the bullets started flying. Then he jumps out of the car. And he's got both his hands up. And he got out of the car, and he had his hands in the air. He's like, just shoot me then. This is what you want, to shoot me. And they did. They shot him dead. With his hands in the air, and I saw it. I swear to God. He was just walking with his hands in the air. And they shot him. And they shot him dead, and then after he was down on the ground, they shot him 3 more times.